just hasn't been decked out yet. Doesn't feel like it has as much power. It's a little bit bouncy.
A little bit bumpy, but...
Checked out the little turning circle radius of this one. I say...
Hey guys, for those who don't already know us, we are Tiny Travel 2. We are 4 adults and 2 little girls who have been traveling the world full time since November 2019. Hey guys! For all of you that have been following our journey so far, you will know that we have been back in Australia for about 8 weeks now.
Yeah, so essentially if you have missed some stuff or you're not really sure where we're at, head back, have a look at everything else we have, subscribe and hit the bell. Don't miss anything moving forward.
Depending on where you last joined us, you will know that we were meant to be still traveling around the world. Most likely we would be doing Canada or America right now.
When everything changed, we went from spending every single day out and about, you know, seeing the sights, different cities all around the world, to an environment I'm sure everyone is very, very familiar with at the moment, and that is a very confined space, not able to leave for anything other than essentials.
I'm sure you can understand how this had a huge impact on us. We found ourselves falling into an old routine of staring at our computer for hours on end. Katie went back to work full time and we just were achieving very little. So we knew something needed to change. It was at that point that we decided to put together a routine that we would do daily or weekly, and it would give us some kind of stability in a place that we didn't really know what we were going to do next.
So what we did is we put together a few things. Every morning now we get up as a family and we do some yoga. So every morning after yoga, we made sure that we all sat together and had a family meal, time to discuss and you know, get things off our chest. We ensured the girls got out and about as often as possible, usually on their bikes. Tiago made sure that he spent some time with the girls doing Portuguese lessons, and regularly, so not daily, but quite often we sit down with the girls and we run through some exercise books so that they have some understanding of where they need to be for the next school year. So 2 weeks ago we hosted a live. Thank you to all of those who joined us. You were very valuable to the conversation. The concept was we had some options, we threw them out there, we had a chat with you guys, and we came to the conclusion that, or you guys encouraged us to follow the trend of van life in Australia, possibly doing up a van, traveling around Australia.
Yeah, so since then we've been spending the last couple of weeks researching what that will look like for us, and we've been out and about looking for vans.
If you follow us on Instagram, you would have seen some of our adventure during that, you know, some of the vans that we'd seen, that kind of thing. If you don't, now's the time to start.
So we spent hours going through Marketplace and going to private sellers or dealerships to look at the vans that we had to offer. We made several phone calls about, you know, how we would get this van legally on the road.
Yeah, so there was a lot to wrap our heads around. We even actually took several vans for a drive to see how they handled and how we felt about driving them. Here we are in Ballina, guys. We're at a little place that sells camper vans. It looks like they kit out one specifically for people. They have 13 different styles. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to go inside and have a look at them.
Yeah, due to the current health issues that are going around at the moment, they're not allowing anyone to look inside their vans, which which makes it really difficult for us because it's the interior that we really need to focus on to make sure we can all fit. But we're going to keep on looking and see if there's anyone else that's happy for us to look in the vans.
So off to Lismore.
So we've just come across a place in Lismore, which is northern New South Wales, and it's a caravan shop. So it doesn't have the coaster vans or the buses that we were looking at, but it does have lots of second-hand vans, and we're hoping to have a look through a few of them and come up with some ideas on how we can make us all fit into one.
So we're just on our way to ISL Vans again to have a chat with Mario and drive a few of these vans just to see which one works for us. It's just me and Thiago. The team is at home doing other stuff, and it just means that we can sort of, jump in and out of vans and not have to worry about the girls. So we'll let you guys know how it all goes. We'll tape a bit of the test driving in the different vans, and I don't know. I don't think we're buying today, but we'll see how it goes. One we're in at the moment is the Renault Master. This one that we're actually driving isn't quite as long as the ones that we're looking at, but from the passenger side it feels really smooth and maybe feels like it's got enough power for the size of the vehicle. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a lot of power. Doing 110 at the moment, and it feels really nice. So it's really good.
It's a little bit bouncy.
Yeah, a little bit bumpy, but
well, we're in the Volkswagen Crafter now. And this one's already decked out in the back. It's honestly not what, we're not going to buy this exact van because it's decked out for two people, but just driving it and experiencing it is something that we needed to do. And this one, it's just very, very different than the Renault. Doesn't feel like it has as much power. Still got the 6-speed gearbox. It could be the weight. The weight could be the big difference for this one.
it's very heavy there.
Well, there's a lot in the back.
I'll show
there, so.
what's on the back.
This is the newer of the vehicles. It's a Mercedes-Benz. It's the same length as the Volkswagen Crafter. It just hasn't been decked out yet. The advantage with this one would be we could take out some of the seats and leave a few of the seats in and then build around them.
We came up with some great ideas while we were going through this process, but we kept on finding ourselves in a position where we had lots of hurdles to still get over.
So between the costs of the fit out, finding a van itself, because the long wheelbases are a little bit hard to find sometimes, licenses, if we were to go in the way of what's called a Toyota Coaster, we would need a specific kind of license, so two of us would have to get light rigid licenses. We essentially found ourselves in a situation where we felt like we were right back at square one and hadn't really achieved much beyond having a conversation with you guys at that live.
In the past few days, we've found ourselves chatting it all over, and we've come to the conclusion that we really need to find a way to make a change, mix it up, and reset the path that we're currently on.
That's right, and we thought we would take you guys along for the ride, tease you a little bit, and hopefully you guys get a little bit of value out of this, because essentially we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, so in the next video, we're going to take you guys along to see how we have decided to fix the space that we're currently in.
And maybe it will encourage you guys to do the same.
So we hope to see you next time. See ya.
Bye, guys. Yeah. Ooh la la.
3.
Hey guys. She's not in it.
No.
The van itself was going to cost a bit.
It's costing a bit of money.
Yeah, it was. So a bit, just calm down.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi guys, thank you for watching our videos. Remember to like and subscribe below. Bye.